I know a lot of people are looking for ways to rank up your Warframes faster. Alright, get them to max rank and do it really fast. And I have a solution for that. So all this information I'm gonna say in this video, I'm gonna keep it small and concise so you guys don't have to dig so deep into this information. And with this information, it's a lot to take in. But like I said, I'm going to keep it small, concise for you guys on a whole bunch of things I'm going to talk about in this video. What is XP? Well, XP is something that you gain maybe after completing a mission, or you're using something to gain it, or you can collect it, pick it up, many other things. There's something called Affinity and Warframe where you can pick it up and now you have gained that XP. XP is something that, again, comes after the mission where you gain a whole bunch of experience points. And experience points is going to come, again, after the mission. You can gain a lot of affinity by going to the market and getting an affinity booster. And an affinity booster is going to be an equipment, hit boosters, and you have a lot of affinity boosters here. You have a 3-day, you have a 7-day, and then you have a 30-day, which costs a lot of platinum. For 3 days 40, for 7 is 80, and for 30 is 200. Now for me, I have a lot of affinity, which is over here. I have over 316 days, 3 hours of affinity booster. How is this? Well, it's because I purchased the Prime Access, which gives you a 90-day affinity booster. So Prime Access, if you guys purchase this, it says for Lava's Prime accessories, you get a 90-day affinity booster. Then for Lava's Prime Access, it does not say it, but you do get platinum. Now, you want to purchase the Prime accessories because that's where the affinity booster is, and you also get a resource booster. That is going to help you throughout the game get resource amounts quicker and just build up the amount that you pick up, the amount that you get double, and that's pretty much just it. Affinity, you can double that XP gain every time maybe you use your ability, you kill an enemy, or you are hacking. There's something called the Sanctuary Onslaught where the Syndicate Samaris has this available in his relay. Now you could go to any relay and Samaris will be there. You have to search for him, or you can just fast travel him. It's easier to do that. But he has something called the Sanctuary, and this is where a lot of people go to level up their weapons and Warframes faster. Now, if you are starting off with a very new Warframe and you have a whole bunch of weapons equipped, you are going to want to go ahead and start off the Sanctuary Onslaught because you are not going to be able to do the Elite. Elite is for people that have a max rank Warframe, or you are able to unrank a Warframe that was already maxed, and you're able to go to the Elite because you have already had a max rank Warframe. Probably hard to understand, but it's okay. You're able to do this because of a change that Due to the Stream did. Now, starting off on Sanctuary, it is very easy, but you won't gain a lot of XP from this unless you are in the Elite, where Elite is a little bit harder, but there's a whole bunch of XP to be gained, especially if you have squads with you. Squad will help you have enemy spawn a lot more, and you will gain a lot of XP. Now, to the quick information on how to actually level up your Warframe faster. You have these 4 Warframes that are able to increase an Infinity Leech, which that means that these Warframes will bring the max and control a crowd of enemies, killing them all, as you are gaining a lot of affinity from these Warframes, from these teammates that have these Warframes in your squad. Equinox, which meant in the main ability, Mirage's Sleight of Hand ability, Saren's Spores ability, and Vault's Discharge ability. When it comes up to leveling a Warframe, I only equip a melee weapon because over here it says no weapons equipped, all affinity goes to your Warframe. This applies when the only equipped weapons are overhidden by an ability created ones is using the Exalted Blade, which is a created ability melee weapon. Alright, while only having a melee weapon equipped. So, while only having a melee weapon equipped, all that affinity will go to your Warframe, if that makes sense. Necessarily, when you're not using someone like Excalibur, maybe that might not happen because melee weapons is still a weapon, so it's also getting XP there. So that affinity is still going to a maxed out weapon that you're holding. Now, is that fully true? Might not be, but only having one weapon, it's good because not a lot of affinity is being gained by that maxed out melee weapon. And your Warframe still needs that XP, so I think that extra XP is still going to the Warframe. Again, if that makes sense, but you guys can let me know if honestly that made any sense of what I said. Another reason why I only equip a melee is because of the Smita-Kavat. The Smita-Kavat has a mod called Charm, has a 40% chance every 27 seconds to bestow its owner with good fortune, and it's also giving you affinity. That's another good fortune in this Charm mod. So it will give you a 150-second affinity boost. All right, while you guys are also having the affinity booster, you can also get a blessing, which I'm going to talk about, and the Smita-Kavat affinity boost. So these are 3 different things that are stacking all together with affinity. The blessing tower will be in the relay. So you could go in any relay and you will see a blessing tower. Now the blessing tower requires mastering 30 only. Mastering 30 only can access this blessing tower, and you have other things in this blessing tower that you could be blessed with, also by other Warframe players as well. So low mastering players can go to any relay, and if somebody does bless you with an affinity, then you guys have been blessed with a 25% affinity. All right, so that is good as well. You guys need to go to the relay often because they are going to bless you with this, especially if MajorKeyAlert is there. I know a lot of people use the affinity blessing. Okay, last but not least, this is one of the things that I kind of want to talk about as well, is that I heard that these school lens that you can pick up will also get you more affinity and rank up your Warframe faster if you have a school lens on, and I'm going to show you what a school lens is. There's something called the Eidolon Mordurai lens, Narmon, Yonaru, Vazarin, Zenurik. You also have Greater. These are the best lens to pick up, but the Eidolons are the highest. Alright, they convert 4.25% of access affinity into focus for the Mordurai way, and also goes into your Warframe. Now, I searched this up on Google. It says it does work, but again, I never even tried this, so it might work, it might not. I'd rather you just stick to the normal things, like just bringing your Warframe to the Sanctuary Onslaught missions and having a Warframe that can boost up your affinity. It says it works in Google. I don't know if that's true or not. So I have my affinity blessing. It's 3 hours, and I have pretty much everything I have. The Smita-Kavat, the melee weapon, just that. And yeah, doesn't really have to be a Warframe like Excalibur, but just have a melee weapon equipped, and I'm sure you are going to be able to gain so much XP. Now I'm able to go into the Elite because, again, I already maxed her out, and I'm just now putting another polarity on her, so that's how it works. I can go to the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught with squads. I don't have a squad with me, but again, like the Warframes I mentioned, you want to go find those people, and if you can't, just do a random squad. Hopefully somebody will have the Warframe. couple things to mention is that you also want to use your Warframe abilities in order to gain XP faster, because that will help you guys gain XP. Now, the higher the levels are, the higher the XP. The stronger the enemies, the stronger the XP. If the enemies are weak, then the weaker the XP you're going to gain. Alright, that's why Free Light Onslaught is better. It's like a survival, so they just keep coming. And it rotates around different other areas, missions, all that other type of stuff. Now, I'm at Mastery rank 12 right now, or you could say rank 12, and I'm doing pretty good. Doing the basics, while also staying in an affinity range of my players, my squad. I got no buff yet for that, so that's fine. Some abilities might go disabled if you cast it too much because of Samaris. He does not like that at all, so he's gonna keep doing that. That's basically how I can explain it. It might be hard for some of you, but obviously a level like me, it's not. We're actually almost there. This is only the second zone. Oh no, this is the third zone actually, because we started off, I guess, at the second zone. But yeah, it's a little wishy-washy because a player was already active in the mission before I arrived. So okay, and I'm getting blown back. I don't know why. Again, this is all within my Affinity blessing, the Affinity booster, and the Smedic of that, which it just activated. 150 seconds. There you go. I can now gain more Affinity. And now I'm at level 22. Which at level 20, that's where you can stop at, and then also just not leave the mission, but complete the mission, and that's where you gain your bonus XP, your final XP for the mission. Do not leave the mission. Do not quit the mission. You will lose all that XP you just gained. Do not leave the mission. Complete the mission. Some of you might not be matched for 30. Again, you guys can always go into the relay and try to wait for somebody to do Affinity Blessing. Also, just to keep in mind, if the Smedic of that triggers another Affinity, then that means it doubles Affinity, which also doubles pickups on a lot of other things, a lot of items, a lot of, rare items that you guys see. So I'm not gonna jump through the air because I want to keep going. More information will be down below for the Smedic of that, and I'm still gaining XP, even though I'm not in the next mission. In the next zone, to be honest, that's what I meant. And there you have it. She is now max rank. For the final results, we didn't have the Warframes that we've talked about, but it is okay. Still, we did good, and this might help you. And again, I did not have a Warframe that it's new. This is the Goth. I already ranked her up, so it might be different when gaining XP. But again, this is something that will get the Warframe to level up faster. So hit the like button if you guys enjoyed today's video, and let me know what you guys thought about all this information in this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep sharing the content to friends, family, and especially someone that actually plays the game, and tell them to subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.